Hello everyone, welcome to Ethionews, your go-to spot for the latest and most important news from Ethiopia. Whether it's breaking headlines or updates on current events, we've got you covered. PM Abiy holds talks with opposition, some parties opt out or walk out. On Wednesday, June 19, 2025, Sena 11, 2017 EC, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed held discussions with leaders of various opposition political parties aimed at fostering dialogue on national issues. However, the Oromo Liberation Front, ONLF, and the Oromo Federalist Congress, OFECO, confirmed they did not participate, with both parties declining the invitation to send representatives. Professor Merera Godina, chairperson of OFECO, told Addis Standard that they believe talks among similar groups without inclusive participation will not yield real political solutions. Similarly, ONLF spokesperson Mr. Lamy Gemachu stated their party's decision to opt out of the discussion process. Among those who did attend, the Ethiopian Citizens for Social Justice, EPHA, walked out early, citing frustration over not being given the chance to ask questions and concerns that other parties' questions were not substantive. In a social media post, Prime Minister Abiy emphasized that the discussions were intended to allow political parties to share perspectives from different regions and work toward reaching consensus. Ethiopian Ambassador Binavulf Anjoulem meets President Trump at the White House. Ethiopia's special envoy and ambassador to the United States, Binavulf Anjoulem, has held an official introductory meeting with President Donald J. Trump at the White House. The meeting was conducted with full diplomatic honors, underscoring the long-standing relationship between Ethiopia and the United States. According to a statement from the Ethiopian Embassy in Washington, the engagement marks the beginning of what is expected to be a series of strategic discussions aimed at strengthening ties between the two nations. The U.S. and Ethiopia share over 120 years of diplomatic relations, with collaboration opportunities spanning peacekeeping, regional security, and economic development. As part of his visit, Ambassador Binavulf also held talks with Secretary of State Marco Rubio, further deepening the diplomatic agenda. CETU proposes raising income tax exemption threshold to 8,384 birr. The Confederation of Ethiopian Trade Unions, CETU, has officially submitted a proposal urging the government to exempt employees earning up to 8,384 birr per month from income tax. In a statement to Reporter newspaper, CETU President Mr. Kassahun Follow explained that while the Ministry of Finance is considering amending the Income Tax Proclamation No. 979/2008, currently proposing exemption only up to 2,000 birr, CETU insists the threshold should be significantly higher to better reflect economic realities. Citing World Bank data, Mr. Kassahun noted that anyone earning less than $3 a day is considered poor, making it unfair to tax individuals within this income bracket. CETU also recommended a graduated tax system, where employees earning between 8,384 and 22,974 birr pay 10% tax, between 22,975 and 44,530 birr pay 15%, between 44,531 and 72,336 birr pay 20%, between 72,337 and 107,449 birr pay 25%, between 107,450 and 150,107 birr pay 30%, and those earning above 150,108 birr pay 35%. Currently, under the existing law, employees earning up to 600 birr per month are exempt from income tax, and salaries starting at 10,900 birr are taxed at the maximum rate of 35%. A preliminary draft amendment released last week proposes exemption thresholds ranging from 1,200 to 2,000 birr, but many stakeholders have voiced concerns that these figures do not align with the current cost of living. This report is brought to you from Reporter newspaper. 1.2 million Tigray children still out of school as peace agreement falters. The head of the Tigray Regional Education Bureau, Dr. Kiros Gesh, has revealed that due to the incomplete implementation of the Pretoria peace agreement, 1.2 million children remain out of school. Dr. Kiros said, "The trauma of the war is not only haunting our present, but also clouding our future." His statement was shared in solidarity with a peaceful demonstration taking place today, Wednesday, June 19, 2025, Sena 11, 2017 EC, in Mekelle. The protest, organized by returnees under the banner "Enough is Enough," began at Romanat Square and marks the third such peaceful march within 2 weeks. Protesters carried slogans including "5 winters in displacement is enough," demanding a return to the former administrative status of Tigray, respect for the region's territorial integrity, that the voices of returnees be heard, an end to political maneuvering in their name, and other related calls for justice. The demonstration was organized by Tselal Mabarizab Mirab Tigray, a non-governmental civil society group formed by returnees. Ethiopian Airlines orders amphibious aircraft to boost regional connectivity. Ethiopian Airlines has officially signed an agreement to acquire its first de Havilland Canada DHC-6 Twin Otter Series 300G aircraft. These versatile aircraft are designed to take off and land on both water and land, making them a game-changer for transportation across Ethiopia's remote and lake-surrounding regions. The Twin Otter planes are known for their short takeoff and landing capabilities, needing only a few minutes to get airborne or touch down. This makes them ideal not just for hard-to-reach destinations, but also for cargo delivery, air ambulance services, and charter flights. Ethiopian Airlines says the new additions will enhance access to underdeveloped areas, while supporting regional development and emergency services. Ethiopian Food and Drug Authority warns inspectors facing life-threatening pressures. The Ethiopian Food and Drug Authority, EFDA, is raising the alarm about the serious and life-threatening pressure its inspectors are facing on the job. According to EFDA officials, professionals tasked with monitoring food quality and safety are working under constant threats and intimidation. These dangers not only endanger their lives but also undermine efforts to protect public health. Mr. Maladu Tesfaye, head of food inspection and law enforcement at the authority, told Ethio FM that inspectors often face public backlash and suspicion when they uncover violations. He explained that when inspectors issue warnings, people sometimes accuse them of acting out of bias or bribery, asking questions like, "Did we not pay them off?" He emphasized that although no institution is immune to corruption, efforts must be made to ensure accountability and oversight, especially in public safety roles. Adding to this, Mr. Mohammed Hussein, head of inspections for imported and processed food, explained that these inspectors are civilian workers, not security officers, leaving them vulnerable to physical threats during field inspections. "We are not trained to defend ourselves. If someone wants to attack us during an inspection, there's little we can do," he said, underscoring the urgent need for better protection and support for these frontline regulators. Title: Fundraising Street Race to Support Leprosy Patients scheduled for June 22. The Enredata Association for the Support of Leprosy Patients has announced a fundraising 5-kilometer street race set for Sunday, June 22, 2025, Sena 15, 2017 EC, held under the motto, "I run for leprosy patients, I'll give my share." The event aims to raise funds to continue vital support services for leprosy patients, which have been challenged by financial constraints. Established in 2005/2006, 1998 EC. The Enredata Association works to address the basic, social, and economic needs of leprosy patients, safeguarding their dignity and health. Board member Mr. Getachew Kiflis shared that so far, the organization has directly supported 824 leprosy patients and indirectly helped 1,558 of their grandchildren. However, with declining international aid, the quality of services has diminished over 27 years. Mr. Aklala Teka, president of the Ethiopian Leprosy and TB Patients Association, expects between 3,000 and 5,000 participants for the race. The event will feature officials from the Addis Ababa Athletics Federation, youth and sports representatives, members and ambassadors of the association, as well as renowned artists, athletes, and coaches. Athlete and coach Melkamu Tijing confirmed that preparations are complete, with 30 referees assigned, 22 clubs invited, and 220 elite athletes ready to compete. Awards will be given to top finishers. Race t-shirts are available for 500 birr for VIP participants and 400 birr for regular runners at the Enredata office, located across from Ras Desta Hospital. The race will start and finish at the Adwa Memorial Museum, aiming to bring hope and continued support to leprosy patients and their families. Ethiopian Airlines wins Best Airline in Africa award for the 8th time. Ethiopian Airlines has once again been named the best airline in Africa by Skytrax, marking the 8th time the carrier has received this prestigious honor. In addition to this top award, Ethiopian Airlines also secured accolades in several other categories, including Best Business Class in Africa, Best Economy Class in Africa, and Best Airline in Africa for in-flight catering services in business class. These recognitions underscore Ethiopian Airlines' continued commitment to excellence and high-quality service on the continent and beyond. This update is based on information provided by the airline. Thanks for tuning in to Channel Name.